I'm Shanti, Dr. Kavita. Hello, how are you today?
Hi Regina, Professor Regina. I am doing good and how are you?
Oh, wonderful. I would like to know about your book, Beyond the Limits. Could you please share how you inspire people with such good book, good literature, inspiring literature?
Thank you, Regina. And today I will not talk about my book Beyond the Limits, but I inspired my message is to like young generation or people who are like-minded. Uh, they need some inspiration in life to move forward to face any obstacles in life. But what I'm going to do today is read a small short story from book Robin Sharma, Who Will Cry When You Die. And this book is a gift from my dad. So I thought rather than speaking about myself, I would like to speak about Robin Sharma, what he said. So it's a small short story and it is very inspiring. Do you mind reading that for today?
That would be wonderful. Please, go ahead.
All right, thank you. And okay, one day, according to an old story, a man with a serious illness was wheeled into a hospital room where another patient was resting on a bed next to the window. As the two became friends, the one next to the window would look out of it and then spend the next few hours delighting his bedridden companion with vivid descriptions of the world outside. Some days he would describe the beauty of the trees in the park across from the hospital and how the leaves danced in the wind. On other days, he would entertain his friend with step by step replays of the things people were doing as they walked by the hospital. However, as time went on, the bedridden man grew frustrated at his inability to observe the wonders his friend described. Eventually, he grew to dislike him and then to hate him intensely. One night, during a particular bad coughing fit, the patient next to the window stopped breathing. Rather than pressing the button for help, the other man chose to do nothing because he hated him. He felt like the other person is enjoying so much the beauty of the world and he is not able to enjoy. The next morning, the patient, who had given his friend so much happiness by recounting the sights outside the window, has pronounced dead and wheeled out of the hospital room. The other man quickly asked that his bed be placed next to the window, a request that was compiled by the attending nurse. But as he looked out the window, he discovered something that made him shake. The window faced a stark brick wall. His former roommate had conjured up the incredible sights that he described in his imagination as a loving gesture to make the world of his friend a bit better during a difficult time. He had acted out of selfless love. How important is this selfless love? This person did not understand what he is doing for him. This story never fails to create a shift in my own perspective when I think about it. To live happier, more fulfilling lives, when we encounter a difficult circumstance, we must keep shifting our perspective and continually ask ourselves, is there a wiser, more enlightened way of looking at this seemingly negative situation? And Stephen Hawking, one of the greatest physicists ever, is reported to have said that we live on a minor planet of a very average star located within the outer limits of one of 100,000 million galaxies. How's that for a shift in perspective? Given this information, Are your troubles really that big? So basically, I will end this here. So, how each person tries to inspire others from their own perspective rather than the other person taking that all that happiness. If they feel envy, if they feel jealous, if they feel, then what they are going to get in life. So I really just I had read this one, then I felt like there is something thing people we learn from others so much that what they are undergoing is different, but how well they present to make each and everyone inspire them to live a happy and better life for them.
Yes, specifically when the blind patient saying he was looking outside the window and he saw all the wonders that God placed on earth, and, and the other one didn't know, he wasn't able to see because there was a wall. So it's like what we have every morning. We have a chance to wake up and cry, or we have a chance to enjoy life. So we must embrace and think outside the box, offer our best to the world, help out the needy ones in greater need than us, and cover the ones that are cold, and help with feed the little babies that need nourishment. It's within our grasp. And when we can't reach them, our prayers reach everyone, so we can be in quarantine and still do good by praying and ask God to help each and everyone out there that we know they exist. But this is our chance to be better person.
So much is there to give back to the society, to the world, in this time. And thank you so much. The moral lesson is like getting inspired and to inspire everyone. Rather have it. We have to what we have to thank God. We have to grateful grateful to what we have. And thank you so much, Regina. Om Shanti.
So nice to talk to you.